3 women rescued and a border agent dead. We have the details on this disturbing case out of South Texas.
And it's been a week since a Malaysian flight went missing. Find out where officials think the flight may be.
And a decade after a school closes, Encinitas finally decides what to do with the valuable beachfront property.
And we've had beautiful weather all week. Will it continue throughout the weekend? I'll have that forecast for you. Newscene starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Newscene. I'm Joshua Lipton.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Shakina Blake.
A U.S. Border Patrol agent was found dead in his apartment in Mission, Texas. Esteban Manzanares, who allegedly kidnapped and assaulted 3 undocumented female immigrants, was found in his apartment Thursday. Border Patrol agents who were on duty the night before encountered an injured woman who told the agents she and 2 others were attacked. That prompted a search and discovery operation by the FBI. Agents found the 2nd injured woman and continued their search for the 3rd. The operation ended at Manzanares' home, where he was found dead. The 3rd victim was found alive at the scene. All 3 victims are now receiving medical treatment. And the Malaysian Airlines flight carrying 239 passengers is still missing. And Heidi Alaga is here to give us all the updates on the story. Heidi?
Thanks, Josh. Yes, so I'm here to give you guys the update. We have a map drawn out for you guys. You guys can see that the flight left from down here in Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m. It was heading to Beijing, but never made it, where we lost signal up here in the South China Sea at about 1:30. That's an hour after departure, and you guys can see this information has surfaced a week after the plane went missing. And a local businessman says that he saw a low-flying plane at 1:45 a.m. Now, there has been word that it has moved west. It changed its route, as you guys can see here, to the Strait of Malacca around the Indian Ocean. And they have sent out the ships there to go ahead and search for the missing plane. And since Flight 370 went missing on Saturday, there have been many conflicting reports about what happened, as the disappearance of the plane is still up for debate. Theories range from pilot sabotages to mechanical failures. Reports from U.S. officials say the flight engines may have been running for 4 hours after the last detected signal. If this theory is true, the plane could have flown 2,000 miles off the initial route and possibly be in the middle of the Indian Ocean. The United States ship USS King, which was searching areas south of the Gulf of Thailand, is now being sent to investigate the Strait of Malacca. Earlier this week, China released satellite photos of what may have been the remains from the missing flight. But some news outlets are reporting that the Chinese government says those photos were released by mistake and show no evidence to support that. There are 57 ships, 48 aircrafts, and 13 countries all working together to find the missing airplane. Let's hope they find them soon in the Indian Ocean.
It's a truly unfortunate story. I really hope they find him soon. So.
And as the Crimean Peninsula marches toward independence, the Ukrainian interim prime minister is in the U.S. Arseniy Yatsenyuk met with President Obama, and on Thursday he went to the UN to garner international support against a referendum that would make Crimea an independent country. Outside of Russia, the referendum has few supporters. President Obama says it violates international law, but the Russians believe the vote is absolutely legitimate. They say it's no different than the Kosovo-Serbia conflict. The Crimea vote is set for this Sunday.
And earlier, New York City rescuers have found the 7th victim in the East Harlem explosion that happened earlier this week. A fire department spokesman says the body was the 4th found in the rubble Thursday night, and at least 60 people were injured in the fiery blast. It happened about 15 minutes after a resident reported smelling natural gas. The 5-story building is now completely flattened, and rescuers are still continuing to search for more missing people.
Houston police are still investigating a robbery that put Joel Osteen's church short over $1 million. The theft happened over the weekend. The thief cracked the megachurch safe and walked away with over $200,000 and $400,000 in check donations. The church released a statement saying it was saddened by the theft and urged all members to check their bank accounts and credit cards. As of now, the thief is still at large and the police have no direct leads.
And El Cajon is the latest city to crack down on e-cigarette use, and other counties other cities in the county are following in its footsteps. Earlier this week, the El Cajon City Council voted 4-1 to apply new regulations to e-cigarettes that would treat them like regular tobacco cigarettes. Businesses will need a license to sell vapor products as well as a conditional use permit. Minors will be prohibited from purchasing vapor products. They will also be banned from public spaces. Other cities in the county are also snuffing e-cigarette use. Solana Beach, Vista, Carlsbad, Poway, La Mesa, Encinitas, and Lemon Grove also have or are set to include e-cigs in their smoking control ordinances.
And the San Diego airport is being sued for not displaying an anti-SeaWorld ad. PETA officials say they tried to buy ad space at the airport but were turned down because of the message. The ad features actress and San Diego native Kathy Najimy with the message, "If you love animals like I do, please avoid SeaWorld." PETA claims J.C. Dequoy, the advertising agency for the airport, won't run the ad because it does not conform to the agency's internal policies and the advertising.
A San Diego State University club is making a big statement on campus. Heidi Alaga is here with more.
Students for Justice in Palestine is an organization at San Diego State University who are trying to shine a light on the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The SJP Club is making it a point to bring awareness to the Israeli-Palestinian conflicts happening by building the Smock Wall, similar to the one that separates Israel and Palestine in the West Bank. The mock wall is also being seen as a separation between opinions on campus. SJP member Muhammad Hassoun clarifies its true purpose.
They just don't want to accept or believe. We always try to make it in a very neutral way, not just looking at our interests. We also do have Israeli facts that complement them. It's not strictly Palestinian.
This year's theme for the mock wall is a tribute to the revered Nelson Mandela, who was a big advocate for the cause. Other familiar faces such as Daniel Day-Lewis and Cristiano Ronaldo are also taking a stand for justice in Palestine. The wall was built 6 years ago and is displayed for 2 days during Palestine Solidarity Month.
I came out to support them and support this event and help make aware of what's happening.
Co-chair Nadir Boumouch hopes it will have more than a visual effect on campus.
Getting people to talk is the main goal, and getting people to learn and see these human rights is the second goal. So we hope people just start talking about it.
The mock wall is not the only way SJP hopes to get students talking. The organization is hosting a number of events to celebrate Palestine Solidarity Month. With photojournalist Maria Souza, I'm Heidi Alaga, Newscene.
You can attend all of the cool events hosted by the SJP Club during the month of March. More information is posted on their website, sjpsdsu.com.
The future of the Pacific View site is still unclear, while the auction later this month could settle a decade of debate. Reporter Ronnie Das shares the story.
It's nestled in the beach town of Encinitas, and its 2.8-acre property is just steps away from the beach. Pacific View Elementary School shut its doors 10 years ago due to declining enrollment, but the future use of the land is still up for debate. The city of Encinitas made an offer just last year at $4.3 million with the goal of keeping it for public use. The Encinitas School District has now put the property up for public auction with a minimum bid set at $9.5 million.
We're hoping that the auction will generate revenue that can be used then to support our students.
The superintendent says that the property could be worth as much as $14.5 million if it was rezoned from public semi-public use to residential or even mixed-use zoning. Encinitas City Council says they voted not to submit a bid for this month's auction.
It's not just the dollar value, it's the historic value of that location, which still also has the original schoolhouse on it, that the community is really more concerned about.
While Pacific View Elementary School is currently used as a storage area and tow yard, there are a lot of potential benefits for the use of this land. People in the community are making their voice heard on the website savepacificview.org. Made by a local resident.
I've lived here most of my life, so seeing this happen, seeing this last chance for this particular land is important to me.
March 24th is the last day to submit sealed bids. The following day is the live auction. I'm Ronnie Das with photographer Alexa Bertola, Newscene.
And even after being closed for 10 years, it seems the Encinitas community is still learning lessons on sharing.
And Comic-Con is not until July, but the highly popular event is already generating a big buzz. Tickets for this year's Comic-Con go on sale tomorrow as early as 7 a.m. Those wanting a fighting chance to attend can register online. Ticket sales will begin at 9 a.m. for those who are lucky enough to get registered. Prices for the tickets range between $30 for Sunday and $45 to go Friday through Saturday. Last year's tickets sold out within 2 hours. For more information, go to comiccon.org.
And bike tricks on Skid Row, why one BMX video has people outraged.
And all eyes on the prize. We'll tell you how the Aztecs are doing in the Mountain West Tournament.